Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics is the common name and primary imprint of Marvel Worldwide Inc., formerly Marvel Publishing, Inc. and Marvel Comics Group, an American publisher of comic books and related media. In 2009, the Walt Disney Company acquired Marvel Entertainment, Marvel Worldwide's parent company. Marvel started in 1939 as Timely Publications, and by the early 1950s, had generally become known as Atlas Comics. Marvel's modern incarnation dates from 1961, the year that the company launched the Fantastic Four and other superhero titles created by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, and many others. Marvel counts among its characters such well-known superheroes as Spider-Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Deadpool, Wolverine, Daredevil, Ms. Marvel, and Ant-Man. Such teams as the Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Inhumans, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men, and antagonists such as Doctor Doom, Red Skull, Green Goblin, Thanos, Ultron, Dr. Octopus, Magneto, Venom, and Loki. Most of Marvel's fictional characters operate in a single reality known as the Marvel Universe, with locations that mirror real-life cities. Characters such as Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, Daredevil, and Doctor Strange are based in New York City, whereas the X-Men have historically been based in Salem Center, New York. And Hulk's stories often have been set in the southwestern United States. Atlas Comics. The post-war American comic markets saw superheroes falling out of fashion. Goodman's comic book line dropped them for the most part and expanded into a wider variety of genres than even Timely had published, featuring horror, westerns, humor, funny animal, men's adventure drama, giant monster, crime, and war comics, and later adding Jungle Books, romance titles, espionage, and even medieval adventure, Bible stories and sports. Goodman began using the globe logo of the Atlas News Company, the newsstand distribution company he owned, on comics cover dated November 1951, even though another company, Cable News, continued to distribute his comics through the August 1952 issues. This globe branding united a line put out by the same publisher, staff and freelancers through 59 shell companies, from Animath Comics to Zenith Publications. Atlas, rather than innovate, took a proven route of following popular trends in television and movies, westerns, and war dramas prevailing for a time, drive-in movie monsters another time, and even other comic books, particularly the EC horror line. Atlas also published a plethora of children's and teen humor titles, including Dan DeCarlos, Homer the Happy Ghost, and Homer Hooper. Atlas unsuccessfully attempted to revive superheroes from late 1953 to mid-1954, with the Human Torch, the Submariner, and Captain America. Atlas did not achieve any breakout hits and, according to Stan Lee, Atlas survived chiefly because it produced work quickly, cheaply, and at a passable quality. Marvel Comics. The first modern comic books under the Marvel Comics brand were the science fiction anthology Journey into Mystery 9 and the teen humor title Patsy Walker 5, which each displayed an MC box on its cover. Then, in the wake of DC Comics' success in reviving superheroes in the late 1950s and early 1960s, particularly with the Flash, Green Lantern, and other members of the team the Justice League of America, Marvel followed suit. In 1961, writer-editor Stan Lee revolutionized superhero comics by introducing superheroes designed to appeal to more older readers than the predominantly child audiences of the medium. Modern Marvel's first superhero team, the titular stars of the Fantastic Four, broke convention with other comic book archetypes of the time by squabbling, holding grudges both deep and petty, and eschewing anonymity as secret identities in favor of celebrity status. Subsequently, Marvel Comics developed a reputation for focusing on characterization and adult issues to a greater extent than most superhero comics before them, a quality which the new generation of older readers appreciated. This applied to the Amazing Spider-Man title in particular, which turned out to be Marvel's most successful book. Its young hero suffered from self-doubt and mundane problems like any other teenager, something readers could identify with. Lee and freelance artist and eventual co-plotter Jack Kirby's Fantastic Four originated in a Cold War culture that led their creators to revise the superhero conventions of previous eras to better reflect the psychological spirit of their age, eschewing such comic book tropes as secret identities and even costumes at first, having a monster as one of the heroes, and having its characters bicker and complain in what was later called a superheroes in the real world approach. The series represented a change that proved to be a great success. Marvel often presented flawed superheroes, freaks, and misfits, unlike the perfect, handsome, athletic heroes found in previous traditional comic books. Some Marvel heroes looked like villains and monsters such as the Hulk and the Thing. This naturalistic approach even extended into topical politics. Comics historian Mike Benton also noted, all of these elements struck a chord with the older readers, such as college-aged adults, and they successfully gained in a way not seen before. In 1965, Spider-Man and the Hulk were both featured in Esquire magazine's list of 28 college campus heroes, alongside John F. Kennedy and Bob Dylan. In 2009, writer Jeff Boucher reflected that Superman and DC Comics instantly seemed like boring old Pat Boone. Marvel felt like the Beatles and the British invasion. It was Kirby's artwork with its tension and psychedelia that made it perfect for the times, or was it Lee's bravado and melodrama, which was somehow insecure and brash at the same time? In addition to Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, Marvel began publishing further superhero titles featuring such heroes and anti-heroes as the Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, Iron Man, the X-Men, Daredevil, the Inhumans, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel and the Silver Surfer, and such memorable antagonists as Doctor Doom, Magneto, Galactus, Loki, the Green Goblin, and Dr. Octopus, all existing in a shared reality known as the Marvel Universe, with locations that mirror real-life cities such as New York, Los Angeles and Chicago. Marvel even lampooned itself and other comics companies in a parody comic, Not Brand Deck. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.